Hey yo guys, welcome to game 1 of the shoot off between me and Monoxide. So, I changed of plans on the topic. The topic this week is things the wrestling industry needs to change, or along those lines. It's things the wrestling industry needs. So, let's dive right into this one, baby. Here we go. As you know, ECW Hardcore will be judging this, so anyway. One thing I personally think the wrestling industry needs, we need more managers. Come on. You know, we have thousands of wrestlers who are great in the ring, but they don't have that ability, to talk on the mic. Look at the 80s. You had so many great managers. You had Heenan, you had Slick, you had Jimmy Hart, you had Oliver Humperdinck. He wasn't the best, but he could damn sure job for you. Who else did you have? I feel like I'm missing someone important. Doesn't matter. I mean, they need more managers. I mean, look, Santino Marella as a heel right now would be great with a manager. Granted, he's okay-ish on the mic right now, but come on, he could really use someone to talk for him. James Mitchell is a great one for Abyss. I mean, having Abyss talk now has ruined his character. They really did not need to make Abyss face. I don't like Abyss being face. Abyss was great with his manager and James Mitchell. I mean, come on. Bill Alfonso in ECW was great for Taz. I mean, he added the heelish hatred stuff to Taz, because Taz could go in the ring so the fans loved him. I mean, ECW was based on that. But then they had the heel guy manager in Bill Alfonso, and it made Taz look superb, go even more. I mean, it made the Taz get super over because he had Bill Alfonso. And he, like, come on. The best example of how great managers, why we need them, is, remember Alejandro Estrada? I can't remember his first name right now. He was so over. He was more over than some of the talent in the ring when he would just say his name. Estrada. Alejandro Estrada. He was great for Umaga. I enjoyed him. Now all of a sudden he goes to ECW and gets beat down. I mean, he's apparently injured and stuff. I mean, bring him back. We need him to manage someone. He can create stables. That's another thing we need. We need more stables. Come on. We could damn sure use a stable. I mean, back in '99, like, everyone was in a stable. I mean, you had your DX, you had your Nation of Domination, you had your West Texas Rednecks, just to name a few stables there. Your Horsemen still. But come on, stables are a thing that's needed. I mean, we had Evolution, and that was a damn good stable. I thought that would have gone on for years. I mean, granted, Triple H is kind of an asshole in my mind, but hey, it was a great stable. I mean, it had your thing. You had your, your great leader, great guy in the mic, Triple H. You had your up-and-comer and Randy Orton. You had your great technical, good old-school wrestler in Flair, and you had your power man. Those are the elements that every single stable needs, and that one had it. That was probably the best stable we've had in modern times. But man, that's one thing I would like to have back. Managers and stables. Come on. Please, God, bring them back. Vince, I know you can do it. TNA, try. I mean, ROH has a damn good manager in Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney. It would be something I want to aspire to be. I want to be a manager, and I look up to these guys, and we need them again. They're just one of the most hidden elements of wrestling. Good God. Another thing I think the industry needs is no more wrestlers booking. Now, we know Jeff Jarrett and Triple H are the main bookers there in their respective companies. Now, wrestlers booking was cool back in the 80s when, Vern Gagne, for example, when he started his promotion AWA, he had to book. He had to make himself champion to, keep the company stable and no one would walk up to his belt for the NWA. That was smart. But now we have two companies that are, first of all, have thousands of dollars, and, I mean, we don't need Triple H booking to make himself champion and go over and squash talent. We could, what they should do is if they're either gonna wrestle or make their mind up, make them go. Like Jeff Jarrett, I would rather have him wrestle than book, because he's doing stupid stuff over there. Like, everyone's admitting he's doing stupid stuff. So please, get them off the book. And Triple H, he's booking himself to destroy talent. Like, Booker T should be world champion, or WWE champion, or be feuding with Cena. But no, he's just gonna be feuding with the King of Kings, Triple H, and Triple H will just annihilate him. Like, come on. That was only cool in the 80s when you had your Von Erichs run their own promotion or Verne Gagne run their own promotion. I mean, Triple H is not running the company. He thinks he is, but come on, Jesus Christ. I mean, Jarrett is too, but when Jarrett got drunk with power, man, he was champion for fucking ever. I mean, it took like forever for him to get the belt off him. So please, no more of that. The next thing I think we need is, I don't know how to word this, but it should be key. Like, certain wrestlers to have certain times when they would work, you know? Like, let's say, for the WWE, which is my prime example on this one, because their road schedule is so brutal, it'll kill people, and I think it's unfair that most guys only get time off when they're injured. Like, say, you know, like you'd have to kill the brand split too, which is another thing we may get into, but I think that's another thing you need to do. But anyway, you need to kill off, you need to give these certain wrestlers, like, time. Like, you could have your Cena, Kennedy, Orton, Batista. I mean, you have like a good balance of heels and faces and divas and whatnot. I mean, it's gonna, like, you can have them like work for 3 months. They get the time off to rest up, you know, and then another 3 months they come back. When, like, it would be good for them, because first of all, they're not busting their ass on the road and so on and so forth, and the travel and schedule, which is horrendous. And two, they can go spend time with their family, which is something they really want to do. Go spend time with their family. Because, granted, I mean, Undertaker right now just came off with some serious injury, and he gets to only recuperate because he got injured. I mean, Edge gets to recuperate because he got injured, gets some time off. Lashley needed time off maybe 2 months ago, and they wouldn't give it to him. And now he's recuperating because he injured himself. That is just unfair to the talent. That's what one of Vince McMahon's problems, too. I mean, he just makes his talents like, man, I'm sorry, I need time off. Vince is like, no, damn it, you will go out there and perform for my money. Like, Bret Hart said it best. They're like cage circus animals. It's just inhumane and unfair. Another thing we need to do is push the smaller guys. I mean, they're getting pushed now, but that's because of the whole Benoit steroid incident. I mean, I think it's some complete, utter crap. I mean, the smaller guys are more over because they're more talented. I mean, Vince is still pushing the big 6-foot monster guy. Like, look, Snitsky for sure and Khali are your prime examples there. Vince, how about you go push Shelton Benjamin? How about you go push Carlito? How about you go push Charlie Haas in the main event contendership? Granted, Haas doesn't have the charisma, but come on. He would be a good, maybe Intercontinental Champion, but he needs push. Punk is your perfect example. I would have Punk on Raw and be World Champion. Punk is not a musclehead brainbuster fool. So he can, great on the mic, great size, and he has talent. Like, we all know that this does work. Remember when WCW was pushing your Guerreros, your Benoits, your Malenkos, your Mysterios, your Psychoses, your Juventudes? It works. Come on. And then when Vince in 94, he did the same thing. He was like, you know what, Luger, I'm getting heat. I'm going to have to drop you. I'm going to push Hart and Owen Hart and all these other guys. The 1, 2, 3 Kid, Razor Ramon. I'm going to have to push these guys. I mean, I just think it's sad that Vince pushes these people when there's a steroid case went on him. I mean, once the media's like, oh, let's get out wrestling, he's like, okay, back to the big meathead guys that are going to get the push. I just can't stand that. I find it completely horrible. And the last thing I want to say, I think that the wrestling industry needs, is we need to make feuds go a certain amount of length. I mean, this year in TNA, we have seen feuds go way too long. Robert Roode, Eric Young, Sting Abyss, and we've also seen him go too short. Sting Daniels is the perfect one. That one should have been a maybe 4 feud, because I was pumped for it. It should have just lasted the summer. It would have been great for them. It would have been great for Daniels to make him elevated. Now he's back in some faction that he doesn't even need to be in. I mean, cool, Triple X is back together, but what the fuck? They're not even being used right now because they can't even go after the tag titles because Angle has them. But geez, I remember watching feuds that used to go the perfect amount of length and so on and so forth. The best example I'm going to put right now is, granted, it's brother versus brother, but it's Owen Hart versus Bret Hart. That feud started in about the end of 93 and it went to the summer of 94. And they pretty much did end it. Granted, it's the feud where you you throw in other people to make it better. I mean, I like those feuds, like Raven and Tommy Dreamer. I mean, it was a feud between them, but they incorporate other people, like Brian Lee and the Pitbulls. Great feuds. I mean, these feuds to go a certain amount of distance, not to bore the fans, keep the fans excited, and end it on a gimmick match. Maybe throw some stipulations in the other matches, but don't make it gimmick matches like how TNA fucks up their feuds. But anyway, guys, this has been my first vid on Game 1. I hope you like it, ECW Hardcore. I hope you fans, guys, comment, leave messages. Peace.